All right, we're expecting some Empire Wars here in Age of Empires 2. Interesting map. Both these players are right around 850. They both have maybe like 300 or so games played in Empire Wars, I think it was. So these two are, you know, they're experienced enough at the game, but they're not exactly like insanely high. I like this map. I like how your village center is nice and nestled in there. Pretty easy to slap a wall around that. The red player is already building a house over here, and they're building archery range. These are experienced players. They've played a couple hundred games they're doing. Got the mill over there, okay? And you start with a barracks and a blacksmith. They're already building spearmen right away. Instantly building spearmen and houses and archery range. They might want to be going for an early attack. Oh, what's this? Did you build some... What? Wait, are you playing as the Huns? Okay, blue is, or cyan, whatever. I'll call it blue. Blue is playing as the Huns, and red is playing as the Slavs. So that's why blue destroyed their houses right away, because they don't need them. The Huns don't need houses. That's just empty space getting in their way. Got 3 lumber camps over there. 3 lumber camps for you. This is what the map starts with. And the red player is using a wall of houses, and I guess other buildings as well, stables, whatnot, and a palisade gate over there. They want to block themselves off. They do not want to be... They're very worried about an early scout harass. They're walling themselves off. They're building spears to counter any potential scouts. That's why they're building those units right away. They just built a couple. Just building a few spearmen over there. Okay. I see what's going on over here. And the blue player, they destroyed their houses. They're building a stable. It seems like the red player is playing much more quickly and aggressively than the blue player. I want to see what the blue player is doing about this. What is the villager count looking like over here? 30 villagers from you, 33 from red. I feel like they have similar elo, but that doesn't mean a whole lot. Some people can have like a casual day or an off day. I feel like red is in it to win it. I want to see if blue can do anything to come back from what seems to be a slower start on their part. They have no defenses up. They've only built 2 buildings, 2 stables. Oh no. Oh, blue. It looks like blue wants to go for cavalry. And okay, yeah, now they're scouting over here. Maybe they can see what's going on. The thing about doing is this, they can tell what they're going for. Turn the fog war, look at their perspective. And they scouted so little. They saw the mill and oh, blue. Why are you scouting over here? You need to see what this man's doing over here. There's something you should be aware of. Little something you should be concerned about. They're already building scouts. They're building lots of scouts. They're thinking about doing a scout harass, but they don't even know what they're up to yet. Looks like red is sending a spearman this way. A little cheeky spearman to scout. Why not use your scout to scout? Did your scout die and you weren't aware of it? Where is your scout? I don't know. But they're looking around over here. And red is going to look over here and see that there's not a lot going on over here. They'll see the market and 2 stables. Maybe blue wants to push for a quick castle age, maybe? Spearman's going in. Are they going to harass? They're looking out. And here comes the 4 scouts. So the red is very happy to see this. They know exactly what they're doing. And that is that the blue player, again... Okay, no, they switched to the archery range. Okay, so the blue player has seen that the red player has built a single spearman, and in response, they are panic building 3 archery ranges because they anticipate a spear wall coming their way, and they are correct. Immediately with skirmishers and spearmen so aggressively into it. I like this. And the scout is checking out along the way. So they were right to panic build. They should actually have more people helping them the panic building. And let me guess, you're going to start immediately building. You got 3 villagers. You got to start cooking out those. You build some units. You're going a little bit slow there. You're not panicking enough. These scouts are not going to last very long. Yeah, they run them back to retreat. They don't know yet. And check the fog of war. Now they know. Now they can see it coming. They're auto-attacking that. Where are you looking at? Are you paying attention to this? More scouts coming in. I don't think... Yeah, you run those scouts away. Your spearmen and skirmishers are going to melt your scouts like nothing. You need to start building your archers. Yeah, they've got some... So those archers coming in there? Yeah. So they are queuing up archers over here. And they'll eventually start doing some over here. Okay, like this. Got some experienced players. And then the red player wants to go and harass this. And there's nothing blue can do. Their units... are easily countered by the spearmen. They are outnumbered. Maybe they can try to micro and take out the skirmishers in the back and ignore the spearmen. He loses scout and he's like, nope, I can't take this fight. The only thing he can really do now is just try and retreat his villagers until his archers get done. Look how quickly his entire military force is melted, and the red player is free just to go to war here. He's trying to send the archers in one at a time. I think the red player is mentally engaged, and they're on, and they're here to win it. and the blue player was just looking to have like a nice chill match. They're both played the game a lot, have similar elos, but I think the red player is just like, they've been watching some videos lately, they've been learning some strategies, and they are just here. The blue player should just grab all of these guys and just send them back away from this, but instead of leaving them out here to die. Sending in the archers 2 at a time to get bodied is not the play. Move your villagers back, wait till you have an army, and then come back and deal with them. Probing attack is what it's called. I mean, at this point, this attack's going to do absolute devastating work, really. And they're just damaging. Now, he's going to have them stand here, defensive stance, attack whoever's nearby. And are they in defensive stance? Can't even tell. No. And the blue player, I think, has started to realize sending 2 archers at a time to attack a group of 8 is not a particularly viable strategy. What counters skirmishers? Skirmishers counter archers. So I don't think... I feel like you need some melee guys, but they don't. He doesn't have a barracks. He needs. Oh, he's got a barracks here. Yeah, he's building spearmen for himself. I mean, spearmen. Who beats spearmen? Spearmen versus man-at-arms. Who wins? I don't know. I know that these guys counter. He's building archers, but archers are already countered. He's building units that get countered by what's on screen. Maybe like he wants the cavalry to be the front line to take the hits, and then the archers do the damage from behind. That's not maybe the worst strategy. If blue micros this, he could have his spearmen go attack the archers, but the spearmen countered the cavalry. And that was enough force. He had like 16 units there. So he managed to hold that off, but the damage to his economy should be fairly notable. Surprisingly, has more villagers still than red in spite of that. Are you going to try for a counter push? You doing a little counterattack over there? Red, what are you up to over here? What have you been busy doing over here? Let's actually get the fog of war off here. You've got your farms going there. You have farms going as well. You got your defenses that he's not going to be able to probe through very easily with that. Gold out here. You've been so busy microing an attack, you haven't really done a lot back here. Guess you've been cooking up some upgrades for your archers. Get your archers a little bit stronger. And click this guy right here. You're going into Castle Age. That's why you're not building much right now. You've got Castle Age queued up. Upgrades. You're building some more militia and spearmen. It worked well for you. Why not do it again? Okay. Are we engaging in combat or do you retreat? You're building a nice defensive watchtower. Okay. Has 9 damage. You already got an upgrade going for that. Okay. And the blue player has decided not to sign, whoever, decided not to attack. They're actually ahead in score in spite of taking the damage. Guess they're doing some nice eco here. They're going for not trying to wall off anything at all. It's leaving the gaps. They like to have mobility, even though they could easily use these buildings to block it off and have like just a single gate like this guy has to make it a little bit harder for the enemy to reach these villagers here. Though he seems to be disinterested in doing that. I feel like when he was taking these villagers out, he could have also gone around and attacked those guys, right? Got the market here. What are you up to? You are researching squires, and then get work on your guys. Got your knights over here. So the red player is just upgrading right now. They have disengaged from combat. Oh, and they have another town center over here already near the stone. They're redundant having that in the mining center, whatever. Because the mills, just lots of resources over there. Good spot for that town center. And another one over here. Multiple town centers. The blue player is not doing the multi-town center strategy. The red player still feels like they're... It feels like the red player is dominantly better, and yet somehow the blue player is doing all right. The blue player needs to advance to the next age soon. They're focusing on building a barracks here. Wait, 3 blacksmith. Oh, you're right, 3 blacksmiths. I think maybe they panicked and built 3 blacksmiths. I think they were panicking because they were under attack and they wanted to quickly, like, mass spam upgrades. What are you upgrading, sir? Blue? You have nothing queued up for upgrades right now. I wish I could click this building to see what's going on, more details with it, what they upgrade when they haven't, but this blocks it in the HUD. Hey, glad you enjoyed the videos. I'm streaming this, by the way, as always video. And red is attacking with some knights over here, saying hello to the villager, interrupting the building of that stables. The red player is like, why not attack this a little bit? Nope. Yeah, they weren't microing that. They just told attack down there and they encountered villagers. And hello, the blue army has seen this and they will engage. Are you not doing the attack move? There they go. Yeah, those are like just scouting knights. Those aren't actually meant to engage in a war here. If anything, he just wants to micro them a little bit and keep them busy. You want to try and slap a few villagers, do a little bit extra damage? Yeah. Just desperately trying to hurt the economy, and he does take one out. Oh, but he's getting surrounded. About to lose those knights if he's not careful. Feels like they're moving faster. If the blue player controls his scouts independently, they might actually move faster and catch up these guys. I mean, all he has to do is just send these guys around, and it'll keep them busy. Oh, actually stopping to engage because he pulled the knights away. Oh, look at the clever micro. These two knights have done so much damage against the blue player. The red player is doing great on their micro. The blue player might have been better off letting those two knights run away and not take that engagement. Red, what are you doing over here? The blue player is finally working against themselves to Castle Age since they know that the red player is at it. And we go over to, let's take a look at, who are we on right now? We are on blue. Let's go take a look at red. And red is just doing great things over here. They got monastery already. They're working on getting some upgrades. And not sure why. Maybe they want to heal their knights. They're, what is this right here? Can't tell. Oh, that's the vision of the range of your buildings. This is the wheelbarrows here. Guys are more efficient, okay? So they are just well ahead in the upgrades. Their score is starting to surpass the blue player over here, which makes sense. They're getting some more. Yeah, they're spamming upgrades and they're harassing with the knights. They're trying to. What the red player is doing is they're using the knights to kind of like keep blue on the defensive, so they can focus on upgrades. What is their defensive? Well, I mean, they could. Oh, they're doing great. This guy's healing that knight that got hurt. They have a nice, massive army here. They got defenses. If I'm the blue player, I need to be doing something in return. I either need to out-eco the red player, or I need to begin harassing. But I don't think the blue player feels confident in harassing because they know that the red player got to Castle Age before them. They have knights. The blue player actually wants to sit back and not be engaged in the combat. If I'm the red player and I got to Castle Age long before the other player, I feel like I would want to be using that advantage to harass them, right? And instead he's using these knights just to like scout a little bit. How much gold does he, maybe he doesn't have a lot of gold income? He's got 643 gold. I'm surprised the red player's not doing more to harass. He just keeps sending these knights one at a time, just to poke a little bit. That one, he didn't get very much value out of this one at all yet. No, maybe he does. Oh, so the blue player's trying to get clever about it. He's just sending the spearmen. He just grabbed his spearmen. He told his spearmen to attack them. Did he tell his farmers to attack them? Maybe. But he's not sending his whole army after them. I think that's smart. Just send 3 spearmen. He's learning as he goes. Just tell 3 spearmen to fight that guy. They'll chase him around. If the red player kites this properly, he can actually probably take out a few villagers. But the thing about that kind of micro is if he's focusing all his effort on this, then he's not doing... Oh, the blue player they just stopped chasing. Maybe they lost line of sight. Maybe that's why they stopped chasing. Now they're going back. Little poking back and forth, probing attacks. And we're building a castle in a rather interesting place to build a castle. Are you trying to protect your village center, but you don't actually want to have it so close that it impedes the farms? I mean, that's a choice. I feel like having a castle to protect your main center would be positional-wise a little better. You know, castle around here, but maybe your goal is to have like multiple castles. I mean, 1, 2, 3 castles, and then 1, 2, 3 castles, and you're nicely defended from any attacks from any direction. You've changed up the position of your guys. I mean, you've got a nice sized army, 29 military units. You've put so much work into your military units. I feel like you could use that. Yeah, he made it to Castle Age before you, but you know, the units that don't do well as probing knights, you could just come in for a sneak attack somewhere. They wouldn't really know. The castle is there on the hill bonus for the... Oh, I see. Yeah, that's right. It gets a range bonus for being on top of the hill. Ah, I see. And red, again, wanted to come in with a couple of knights. One didn't work so well last time. Now he's bringing in 2. Attacking the university. Now he's go back to controlling itself. Getting another villager here. Another villager goes down. Not a ton of value from these knights. 1 villager isn't worth trading 1 knight from. Red was doing really nicely, but now his current strategy isn't doing great. Unless his strategy here is... I mean, if your strategy is to distract them, you could do that with a scout, which is a cheaper unit that doesn't cost gold, right? The red player seems to be throwing away gold right now. What's the economy looking like? The blue player still has more villagers and more population, less kills, but I think they're going to catch up on that if the red player keeps just sending knights one by one to die. Attack bonus against things downhill, defense bonus against things uphill. Ah, good to be on a hill, right? Sending in the monk is a weird play. They're sending in the monk probably to grab a relic. They wanted this relic, and they were expecting that. The blue player doesn't see the monk. And the red player sees them coming, and he's like, I don't want this. Oh, wait, they don't see me. I'm going to grab that anyway. The blue player sent this command. They're not even looking down there. And the monk's just going to walk back with the enemy units because red just does not see it. Also, there's a fight happening over here I should be watching. That was a bit laggy over there. A couple of scouts went up here. These guys are botting it. Why does their movement look all like laggy and weird? I don't know what's going on there. They saw what the red player has, and they left. They could try to like go around it or use their mobility to harass as well. The blue player seems largely disinterested in any kind of rushing or harassment. That's not their vibe. That's not their interest. They want no part of it. Now the question is, what do they do next? Oh, and now they have a relic. They have 2 relics. Is the red player going to try to go for a relic victory? Is it even allowed in his settings? What are the settings on this? Objectives. Conquest game. So no, you have to win by conquest. Automated villagers, military units, boats, and buildings. Or just until somebody resigns. But that gold income is going to be very nice for the red player. They've got 1,000 gold. They're sitting on so much gold. And they are villagers, and they're still cranking out skirmishers. They're cranking out pikemen. And over here, they're researching a hand cart. Make their villagers a bit better. Pretty more pikemen. Okay, what is blue up to here? Just getting some villagers. Just trying to get some villagers. Get the economy going. And their economy is... I mean, if the blue player just out ecos red, they can actually come back from this. But they need to eco pretty aggressively. They really like the wood. Ooh, they just destroyed... Oh, I like that. So when they're... That's pretty clever. When their lumber camp is no longer getting value from them, they'll destroy it, put another one closer. Clever. The blue player understands efficiency of their units. Get rid of the unnecessary lumber camps, destroy them, build better ones closer, so your villagers have less distance to travel. It doesn't seem like a lot of distance, but from here to here, that's a lot of walking distance saved, and apparently it's worth spending the 100 wood and making lots of extra lumber camps to do it, because there's plenty of wood to be had. As long as you keep your villagers not traveling super far. But I think the blue player, they might be worrying about wood too much, because if you look at the top left, they've got 3,000 wood. They're obsessed with having high efficiency on their villagers for wood when they have a massive food shortage. I feel like they're microing wood optimization when they have a massive food deficit. They have more lumberers than farmers right now. I think you probably want a few more, like 30 to 20 might be a bit better, right? And they only have the one village center, right? They have a mill over here that can use a few more spots. There is a mill. There you go. Now they've realized their food problem. They're putting a town center over here, and is that 3 tiles? They could probably fit farms around there, and once that's gone, farms around there. Once the gold's gone, more farms. Get that village center going. Maybe put another one over here. Yep. They've understood they have a food problem, and now they're building more town centers. What is red doing? They're also building another town center over here. What are you... They've got lots of gold. What about how's red's situation looking over here? They also have a food shortage. Lots of gold. Not as much as the other guy, but still not too bad. And they're building a market over here. Okay. Got the village center over here for you. So things have calmed down a little bit. Ooh, I like the forward castle from red. What I would have liked even more would have been if they sent the group of villagers first, and like they're telegraphing this. I think the blue player might be able to see that. They could have... oh, they can't see it. So wait, it does not see until it starts, because it should be right there, right? Let's go ahead and go to Gaia. I don't like how it teleports me when I click Gaia there. No, I guess it doesn't show to the other player until you... So it doesn't show to the other player until you actually start working on it, I guess. Well, that's good to know. Knowledge gained for ourselves there. So you can queue it up. Scatter defense there. And they're building a fort. Does the red player even know that the red player knows about the farms? They don't know about but they must figure that out, right? So they're building a forward castle. They're keeping their guys back. Does the blue player see this? I think the blue player sees this. Well, they definitely see it now. The blue player definitely sees it now, and they are getting involved with this. They have to deal with this military force. It looks like the red player has more units over here, and the elite skirmishers are upgraded. I mean, he's got nice upgrades on these crossbowmen. They're doing some damage. He's sending some guys to try and stop the villager. Unfortunately, the red player just had a much larger army, so it's looking pretty good for them. The crossbowmen are doing all right. This guy's knights... Ooh, the cavalry archers are upgraded. Where are your regular knights, though, to help with this? I feel like you're using... These guys right here, elite skirmishers, they do real nice work against archers and whatnot. And you're sending exclusively archers to fight them. You're sending your knights in one by one. But you built your own castle, and you built it faster because you had like 20 villagers there. That was a great play by blue. They didn't even see until it's already done. They need to research murder holes so this thing will actually shoot the long swordsman below them. That would be a... Or they could just garrison their villagers, and a lot of these guys would get hit by their villagers. they're sending a single archer to help that. If red notices, they can do something about it. I feel you're like the blue player has gone all in on ranged units, and because they wanted to put those ranged units in their archery tower. Here's a question: can the archers garrison in here hit the ones down below? Not this guy has a lot of melee units left to fight that, so that's fine. This castle will slowly damage down that castle. There's no villagers left to construct this. Ooh, the monk over here trying to convert some units. Got a Tarkan coming in. Do you have another castle somewhere else? Where'd that Tarkan come from? A castle over here has already been built for defenses. You're sending units. They like to send the units in one at a time, which is not working crazy great for them, but... well, they're doing some damage. I feel like blue is just, like, queued up all the stables. And I think blue is just, like, queued the stables to send them over to here, right? Gears only change the amount of arrows and therefore damage. Gotcha. That's a lot of effects. I mean, that'll be useful to take this down faster. Red needs to send some more villagers to go help build that. They did. They didn't set enough the first place. They didn't expect blue to build a counter castle. And that'll help. Obviously, I'll try to repair it, but repairing does burn thought stone. Here he comes. Here comes. That's what you want to do. Get a bunch of them coming in all once. You need to attack those villagers. Stop them from finishing that. Don't attack the building. Attack the villagers building it. Make sure they can't repair it. You keep attacking the building, not the villagers. I mean, if you attack the building, the murder holes can't deal with it. Get these guys involved. I wish I could rotate my camera to see behind what's going there, but there we go. And just like that, what are these? The Tarkans. He saved up a bunch of Tarkans and brought them in, and they did fantastic job. Who needs knights when you have Tarkans? They cleared that out. Might as well get these range units away. This guy might not even have murder holes. Is there any way to tell they have murder holes easily? Doesn't seem like it. What is red doing over here? Actually, red is global Q. Some things there. Can't tell. I don't want to click off. I want to see the action here. And what's this? He has a bunch of... he has an army of monks! No, it's just one... no, he has several monks over there. Doesn't matter. Just getting these guys bodied, and Red's entire offensive has been defeated, and that was a very expensive push from Red. I mean, I think the blue player lost a lot there, but the blue player, keep in mind, has 103 villagers. That fight, even if it was even on damages, which I don't think it was, I think Red lost more. Red has vastly inferior eco. Blue strategy, like... the red was off to a great start, but then they slowed down on their eco. They're happy with 50 villagers, and they didn't push enough offensively. And the blue player is going to sit back. The blue player might win in the boom. The red player is already in the Imperial Age, so there's a world where Trebuchet could do a lot of good for this player. You could send a Trebuchet down for that castle, or you could ignore it. You're building stables. They're building stables. They've seen that they need something of a meat shield. They're going for the cavalry approach. Okay, I see what's going on here, and this gold's about gone. The blue, okay, the red player is fine on food, wood, gold is, that's alright for now. What about, blue? Blue is, they're both doing pretty decent on resources. Blue can afford to, you know, replenish their resources faster. Blue can create units faster. I think this would be a great time for the blue to do a counter push. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They've got 42 cavalry units. Got a bunch of Tarkans, a lot of Tarkans. Wait, they're not? I feel like this is the time to push, sir. The blue player does not like to attack. They want to stay out of it and eco up like crazy. What is this creature? Komodo dragon. And you're dead. Does that leave any food? Just a little vile creature? Can't attack? No. And instead of pushing, they have a massive military force. They want to push. They want to build another town center. They just want more gold. They just want to keep their gold coming in. And they want... I think what the blue player wants to do, they want to have one final push with a lot of units. And also, if they're paying attention, they'll realize that Red has reached Imperial Age before them. And maybe they should start working on... they're already working on their Imperial Age. They want to wait till they hit Imperial Age, get those Imperial Age upgrades, maybe get a Trebuchet, and use that for a final push. The blue player wants to boom. They want to be a booming buddy. And they're spamming Tarkan still. The Tarkans did great work for them. You know, they're just like a kind of like a better version of the Knights, perhaps, or similar. I've heard people say that the Knights are better than Tarkans. I don't know. What are you doing, Red, though? What are you up to? You're already Imperial Age. You are researching ring archer armor, so you're working on archery a little bit. You're going with the pikemen. You're getting the elite skirmishers. You're upgrading some monks. You've got 3 relics. So you've got good gold income just from that alone. And you also are creating some cavaliers. You're just doing a little mix of everything. And your economy is still only at 60. You are working on it, though. You want a little bit more economy. Maybe you're starting to figure out that blue's got some really nice economy. You haven't really scouted it out much lately. You're focusing out... You're both playing for the boom game is what's going on right now. Both going to boom. That village center is just kind of chilling. You could put some farms... You put some farms around that once those are gone, right? And this town center is working on the gold. You have stables over here. The trebuchets are on the way. But the thing is, the red player has 36 cavalry. If they see these trebuchets coming in, they can take them out. Like, this castle is way back here. How are you going to sneak in the trebuchets? They're going to try and... They're, again, with sending in 2 knights, and he's sending in 12 spearmen to kind of, like, counter-defend. The garrisoned units actually took out one of the knights. I think the red player just likes to use 2 knights to scout. They deem it worthy. Why not use the scouts to scout if you're... I mean, they're cheaper. They might be faster, I'm not sure. I don't think using knights to scout is the play. But you are... So the red player's now making some... getting spearmen, spamming spearmen, and they're going to attack again. Spamming spearmen is a good play. You also have a lot of units, so they want to take that castle down. I'm not sure, like, do you even care about the castle? I feel like you could just ignore that castle and focus on other things. I mean, it's one town center with a couple of villagers around it, but I feel like there's easier targets for you to go for. They're going in. Will the blue player recognize they're under attack? I mean, the red player sees the blue player's units, the blue player, and they recognize that, okay, they will auto-defend themselves. The red player is engaging. I think the blue... What is it? These are... they got 2 upgrades on them for armor and defense. You've got... What's up? You got some... Actually, these elite warriors are better than the Tarkans. And the blue player isn't even here to help with this. Okay, here come... They had more! 46 more cavalry come in to save the day. The trebuchets are there. He wants to take that castle down, but he's going to lose all of his military. I think he understands his trebuchets are dead regardless. And so... Oh, but the monks are converting units like crazy. I'm seeing some conversions happening here. That's not a great thing for the blue player. Where are the monks at? I don't know where the monks are at. I can't see where the monks are at, but they are converting units left, right, and center. But he's got some more cavalry archers in the way. The monks... How quickly can these guys convert units? He converted so many units so quickly. And the resignation from the blue player. That was remarkable. And I think they resigned because they just lost like 90 units because the monks just converted everything that they had. That was insanity. Blue resigns, red wins, all because one monk just converted like 20 units. There needs to be a cooldown on how quickly those monks can convert your units. That's insane. But there it is. You'll love to see it. And I have plenty more videos you can watch too. See you next time.